richness of like, you know, Mexican culture. But then after seeing Coco, that Disney movie, I'm just like, I love it.
I watched it like 2 days ago.
I watched it probably like 25 times.
So good.
It really is. And I love all the songs.
Where's the video? I don't know how this is working. There it is. Okay. I'm going to do like this because the Facebook is slightly delayed from my Zoom.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. I'm just going to put that on top. Here we go. All right. I'm going to get comfy. You're comfy. I'm going to do this. We'll wait a few moments.
Okay.
I put it so I can see. I think I can see how many people are watching. Oh,
believe it or not, this is my first time not only as a guest on a talk show, but also on Facebook Live.
I don't think I've ever done a Facebook Live before. Done Instagram, but not Facebook.
I don't even think I've done an Instagram Live. I have nothing lively to really show right now other than the inside of my study guides and books for my big test.
Oh my gosh.
So
we've got some people coming on.
Right now, other than the inside of my study guides and books for my big test. Oh my God. I can like hear the echo.
Some people coming on. Go back. Okay. If I click it, it starts echoing it, so I can't watch it. So I'm going to just do it this way. There. I won't distract myself with myself. All right. So, hey everyone. Welcome to A Stationary Snack, Conversations with Carmen. So this idea kind of came to me. Ryan was like, hey, Carmen, do you want to host a talk show? I think it'd be fun talking with people about dance, kind of not about dance, about what they do, how dance has had an impact on their lives, since we're all stuck at home. And I was like, of course. And also, it's like a time for me to get dressed up and sit in my living room and pretend there are people in here. Because if you know me, I'm a people person and I need to be around them to talk to them all the time. So today, I have my friend Kayla Bradley on. Kayla and I are sorority sisters, but we did not go to the same school. We met at a young alum event in Raleigh, North Carolina, where our alum club hosted. It was probably like a brunch, honestly, like a kickoff brunch. We started doing things in our young alum group, and we have been fast friends since then. We have done dinner nights. We've done guided painting nights. A lot of really fun things. Kayla and I also advised to 2 different chapters of our sorority, so we have bonded over creating leaders as well. So like we are not just like running around doing nothing. We both have grown and worked in leadership positions, and I just love being around her, even though Kayla was always like off nursing somewhere or going to school somewhere different. So it was kind of hard to pin her down, but now we're pinned down on our Zoom and we're going to go live today because we are live. So I'll let Kayla tell you a little bit about herself. So like your name, what you're up to, where you're from, the basics, and what you're snacking on tonight.
So I am Kayla. I am currently in Raleigh, North Carolina. I technically am in a smaller town called Creedmoor, but you know, semantics. I'm just in Raleigh. I'm actually almost a new graduate of the physician assistant program at Bethel University. So as Carmen said, for the last forever, I feel like I've been on the go because I moved to Greenville North Carolina. I finished my bachelor's at East Carolina University, and then I kind of had a gap year between my undergraduate and my graduate program. So I decided to take a travel position for the career that I had prior to PA school, and I went up to Fargo, North Dakota. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I did the 27 months of school. I graduate technically next Saturday, but right now we just did a whole month of virtual online, what's called summative, which is basically the last month of school, doing all the finishing requirements that we needed for the program. And I moved back here. I did a couple of rotations here, living with my parents rent free. Thank you, because it's hard living on student loans. I am an avid dog lover. You'll probably see my dog, Finn. He'll probably jump up from time to time. Right now, he's literally just laying in the floor looking at me like, what the heck am I doing? Tonight, I'm snacking on popcorn.
Delicious. And for my snack tonight, I have these oh my, I almost dropped it. These adorable little tea cakes. So this is a key lime tea cake. I don't know how well you can see those. But it's key lime. And then birthday cake. It's like white with colorful sprinkles, and this one is yellow with green. I'm pretty sure that's like white chocolate curls on it. But tea cakes.
Well, those flavors sound really good.
Yeah,
especially the key lime.
Well, I love key lime pie, and I was like, okay, these little tea cakes, like, I like cake too, so let me give them a try.
Did you make them or did you buy them?
You know, I got these at Fresh Market.
Because you're super into baking and cooking now.
I know. So Kayla knows me. I did not cook before this year. Before this year, like if someone was like, Carmen, you need to cook, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna just go hungry because I'm not cooking. But I've always loved baking, but I didn't bake those. I don't have really cute little baby pans. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So Kayla, you said that you have just almost finished PA school, so congratulations. Mm-hmm. Really happy for you.
Thank you.
There, can you tell us, some of us may not know, what a PA is and what you would do? I've had experience with PAs. I loved my PA who worked for my surgeon when I had ankle surgery. She was great. But tell us a little bit about PAs.
So physician assistants, they actually started in the military, and the first program started at Duke University. So you and I are both familiar with Duke. That was where the first PA program is. So I can trace, this career back to my current state. And basically what a physician assistant is it's a medical provider who can treat and diagnose, prescribe. Basically, they can do a lot of things that, a medical doctor or a DO can do. We just have a lesser amount of training and or not necessarily training, but education. Like I said earlier, I went to East Carolina and I got my undergraduate in public health. And then the way that PA school goes is they use the medical model. So very similar to how a medical doctor trains. And we learn, the anatomy, physiology, patho, everything, and pharmacology, everything like that behind, human illness and disease. So whenever you go to a doctor, like your new doctor's office may have a physician assistant. And so you can see us the same way that you see a doctor. So we can, you can come in, tell us what your symptoms are. We can kind of, we'll do a history and a physical exam, and then we can diagnose and treat and prescribe in the same way that a physician would. And, different states have different regulations. Different states are a little more PA friendly and a little less PA friendly. So that's kind of one of the things that my profession really needs to work on is getting ourselves known. Because like you said, you've had experiences with PAs before, but a lot of people haven't. So that's one thing that we can work on. That's, as you said, I'm a go-getter. So I do plan to get very involved in the legislation for PAs whenever I do end up graduating, getting out on my own. But like I said, you can come in. Oh, and also like you said with a surgeon, a lot of surgeons have PAs. And so typically we'll see you before, we'll kind of get the rundown what's going on. The surgeon will come in, give an explanation of what potential surgeries you can have, and then the PA actually assists during your surgeries. So when you had your ankle surgery, I'm assuming your PA was probably in there with the surgeon, going through your ankle, helping them out, retracting, suturing, everything like that. And then we'll also see you in pre or post-op visits as well. So
I was gonna say, I have no idea who was in my surgery. I just remember like looking around and they're like, okay, it's time, Carmen. And I was like, I'm done.
Cheap date.
Really fast. And actually, my PA was the person who took my stitches out. I will never forget. That was the weirdest feeling of my whole life, I think. Getting stitches pulled out of my ankle.
Yeah, they say it's like a weird like pressure or pulling sensation.
It's like, right? It's real quick, so it's just like it's over, and then you have this weird phantom feeling of like something just got pulled out of my like
something isn't there that should be there because it was just there and I felt it.
I felt it. It happened. What's something that you are kind of looking forward to do in your PA, like you said, like in your PA work, not only like other than advocating for PAs?
I definitely want to advocate, for my profession, but I really enjoy being able to interact with my patients. Over the course of the clinical year for school, I had 8 core rotations and then I had 3 electives. So I changed every 5 weeks. It's really tough when you're a student because, you have to learn, you have to go by what your preceptor, their model and everything like that. And so it can be a bit frustrating when you're only there for 5 weeks, but whenever I'm out on my own, I can't wait to actually get to know my patients and have them trust me as much as I trust myself and, to treat them.
That's awesome. And so I guess one of the things that I most admire and most remember about you when we were in our young alum groups and advising the same position but at different chapters, you were somebody that I could go to be like, hey, I'm having an issue with XYZ. How are you approaching that and be able to resolve it? And I think that was something that was really cool, that a dynamic that both of us had with each other, that you have really incredible, like, formed ideas and how you want to do something, and you're very articulate and able to express those to other people. And I think that's going to be awesome. Like, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to like what Kayla's going to do with her PA work.
Very much.
Well, who's someone that inspires you?
I know, because I hate to tattle on you, but you sent me the questions earlier, and I was trying to really to think about it because it's a hard question for me to answer because I have so many inspirations. I'm very inspired by the women in my family. My mother and my Nana, they've always pushed me to do my best. They've always pushed me to, never settle, to always keep moving forward. I'm inspired by the 12 women who founded our sorority, Pi Phi, and just especially Jenny Nicole, because she was one of the first women to be a medical doctor, not only just in our sorority, but across the entire, country. She was one of the first female medical doctors. And I love that,
That's awesome.
I don't know, like I said, it's a hard question because there are so many people that inspire me. And I try to take what I can from each person, because I think that everyone that you meet in your life has something to offer and a lesson to teach if you're willing to learn and listen.
I think that's like the best advice ever. Am I going to ask the best advice question because you just answered that? Yes, I 100% agree with you. Like, you take a little bit from everybody to keep moving, because it's kind of hard to just be inspired by one person. Like, there's too many of us. There's too many people that just have one. So our arts questions. What impact have the arts made on your life?
I think the arts have had a phenomenal impact. I mean, art is everywhere. I am very much, like we were talking before this about Disney movies and Coco. And I mean, just the art that, someone like a graphic designer or, a special effects designer can like make, they can bring animations to life. Everything that I see, all the artwork, especially right now with COVID going on, I've seen a lot of the sidewalk chalk, like the sidewalk chalk art going on. And I think that that's all really cool. I have zero artistic ability. Like the guided painting is probably the best I will ever do because I have lines that I can paint and that's about it. And I wish that I was a lot more artistic or crafty. And I have really great ideas in my head, but then my hands get involved and it just goes to pot. So, but art is everywhere. And I think that it would be a very boring life to lead if you didn't have art around you, if you didn't like think that art was important, because it surrounds everything. It surrounds everything I do. It surrounds, even in the medical field, there's an art to things that we use, to the white coats that we wear, to the scrubs that we wear, to the stethoscopes that we use, because there's several different types of stethoscopes. And if it weren't for someone having an idea and being able to draw it out, we'd never have those things.
I didn't know there are stuff. There's more than one stuff. I can't even say that word.
Yeah.
Stethoscope.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, and right now there's a like wireless stethoscopes. So you put for all of the telehealth that's going on right now, because a lot of people aren't wanting to go out and risk the spread of everything that's going on. So they have Bluetooth stethoscopes. So you can put it on your chest and everything, and it Bluetooth to a speaker system that then the provider can listen to and figure out what's going on. So there's several different types of stethoscopes.
Wow. Wow. Okay, let me process that.
Mind blown. So cool.
Yeah, basically. When I think, I know there's more than one type of thermometer. I still think of them out.
Live TV.
It happens. I'm a weirdo. But yeah, wow. Okay, that's really cool. I'm gonna be that makes sense though. It totally makes sense that there would be more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what experiences have you had with ballet in particular?
So I've had a couple of different experiences. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I actually did tap, jazz, and ballet. So I'm originally from South Carolina. My dad works at IBM, and they nickname it I've Been Moved, because we moved to Kentucky and then moved to North Carolina. But I did tap, jazz, and ballet as a kid. Apparently, I did not enjoy it as a kid. That's not what I remember, but my mom said that I just did not enjoy it. Although I did find, we were out in our shop yesterday, kind of going through some stuff, and I found one of my first costumes, and it was this cute little white leotard with a tutu and black polka dots all over it. Can I remember what the song was? Absolutely not. But I definitely remember that outfit. And then when I ended up moving to Kentucky, there wasn't a dance studio close to us. I think the closest one was 45 minutes away, and it just wasn't something that my parents could drive me to, 2 to 3 times a week. So I ended up not being able to continue with it. But then moving to North Carolina after having met you, I got to go to a couple of your shows, loved them. It's amazing. I think that I'm so envious of the fact that you can dance in pointe shoes, because that was one of the things that I do remember when I was dancing as a little kid, was I would love to be able to dance on pointe. And that was just such a cool goal for me. And I think it's awesome that you can do it. And going back to the art thing, I think that ballet in and of itself is an art. You are one of the most graceful persons I think I've ever met in my life. Ballerinas are just so graceful. They can move their bodies in such flowy, graceful ways. And I am very much a the robot is my dance of choice. Or the stanky leg from back in the day, and I look like I'm turning butter when I'm doing it. So I am not the best dancer. I'm not the most graceful, but I definitely love dancing. I am the type of person where if a really good song comes on on the radio, you will see me next to you at the red light dancing like a fool in my car, because that's that's how I am. I dance like no one's watching, right?
You actually got to see one of my favorite shows that I've danced. I say one of my favorite shows. I think every program that I dance ends up being a favorite in some way, shape, or form, almost every show. But you got to see Carmen. And I love that ballet, mostly because it's my name. But also I feel like the character of Carmen, in the way that we did it at Carolina Ballet, she's such a strong female lead, and a lot of times ballets have very, in my opinion, weak female leads. So to have this girl, the leader of her band of bandits, really, her terrible friends, running over the hills and having fun and fighting each other and stealing things, and it's all these bad things, but she's the ringleader, and every woman that was in her gang listened to her. Every man that was in her gang listened to her, and she ran things, and it was just it's such a fun, it's such a fun show, and I was really glad that you got to see that one in particular, because it is so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked it, and I like the music in that opera as well.
Yes, that's super good. Let's do a couple more of these. What is your perfect weekend?
My perfect weekend. So, I definitely like to sleep in. I wouldn't call myself a morning person, but I would always get up on the first alarm, even if it was early. After PA school now, it takes me a good 2 to 3 alarms to get up. So I would love to sleep in till at least 9, 10 a.m. Eat some breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day, as they say. I'm not afraid to eat all 3 meals, so I definitely eat breakfast. And then, it would either be spending time with my family or just chilling, kind of watching Netflix with my family. I definitely am a quality time type of person, so I'm like you. I enjoy spending time with people. I love being around my friends. That's one way, to keep my energy going, is to be with friends. And some Wednesdays, some weekend nights, I love to, get some friends together and play card games. I'm a big board or card game player. I love, Cards Against Humanity or What Do You Meme? So I think the perfect weekend for me would be a pretty chill morning, chill lunch, snacking, watching some Netflix, probably Parks and Rec. And then I would want to meet up with some friends, or have them come over and do a game night. That sounds like the perfect weekend to me.
That actually is, you're correct. I think I've got my questions next to me too. And you can answer a lot of these at this point. But I think one that would be really great is, what is something that most people don't know about you that you want them to know about you?
Yes. Again, it's a hard question for me, because I think it's always really hard to look, introspectively and try to to talk about yourself. I had an interview yesterday, and that's always one of the hardest things for me is, so tell me about yourself. Let's see. Something, I'm definitely a very good secret keeper. I learned young, after a not so good experience with someone that I thought was a friend, you know, when I told them something in confidence and they went and blurted it out, and then I ended up getting kicked out of my Girl Scout troop. You know, that's a whole story. It was all good though, because I moved to a new Girl Scout troop and I met my best friend ever, Rachel. She's the Betty White to my B. Arthur. Absolutely love her. But ever since then, do what?
I met Rachel, right? I feel like
maybe, I'm not sure. You may have, but because she lives in Kentucky though, so you may have, or at least you've definitely seen her. She's the one that's always posting Golden Girls stuff on my Facebook. So that if you haven't met her, that's probably why you think you've met her, because she's always posting Golden Girls stuff. But so after that experience, it's one of my goals to be a very loyal friend, because that's what I want friends to be to me. And so if you tell me something, it'll be a secret forever, because A, I will probably forget that it was you that told me until you remind me again. And B, because I know what it's like to have someone go behind your back and tell something that was in confidence. And I hate that feeling. I would never want to make someone else feel that feeling. So I'm a really great secret keeper.
All right. I want to do our rapid fire questions now. So okay. I didn't send you these. And I want to go through them. If we want to have a discussion about them in between, I like that idea too. Okay. All right, ready?
Sure.
Texting or talking?
Talking.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Animals.
That's what I was like. Ooh, I like guessing what you're going to say too. How long does it take you to get ready?
It depends. But usually if it's a very short time, like 20 minutes, if I take my time to do my hair and my makeup, about an hour and 10 minutes.
Invisibility or super strength?
Can I say neither? I want to teleport.
You can do whatever. You can do what you want.
Yeah, I want to teleport. I don't ever want to have to deal with traffic ever again.
Okay, that's fair. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
No, not technically.
Well, scale from 1 to 10. How good are you at keeping secrets? It's 10.
10.
11.
11, yeah.
Dawn or dusk?
Dusk.
Place you most want to travel?
Australia.
Ooh. Favorite childhood TV show?
Probably like Rugrats. Anything on Nickelodeon, honestly. I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Rugrats was so good.
Yeah.
That was such a good show. Favorite season?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rugrats at first. I'm like, Rugrats has a season? Favorite season is without a doubt fall.
Cake or pie? You
Cake.
say cake?
Cake. I love frosting.
Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
Yes. Not in public, but I'll throw some socks on if I have to go outside. I don't want my socks getting dirty.
Why can't we tickle ourselves?
There's probably some great, lengthy medical reason as to why, but I say it's probably because we can feel ourselves, like we are preparing ourselves. So you can't.
That's fair. That makes sense. I think we can, because like when I try to roll out my hips, my muscles are so tight. I'm like, I can't do it because it's going to tickle too much, and I don't do it.
I've never been able to tickle myself, but everyone can do awesome things.
I was like, I guess it's not really me tickling myself. It's the ball or whatever I'm rolling on, like doing the tickling.
Yeah, because I guess you're not prepared necessarily for the feeling of it. I don't know. Who knows?
I like the weird questions. What can I say?
It's probably aliens.
What's the best age?
Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. No. I'm lying. I would say probably like 20, 25, because like obviously you can rent a car and a hotel room.
Facts. You can travel. You can freely travel.
Hashtag 25.
If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept?
No.
Would you rather cuddle a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess a panda. Penguin would be wet, and I don't think they're very cuddly.
But you know, like emperor penguins are like 5 feet tall.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I think I did know that. But they look scary. So, especially the ones with the big, like, yellow orange tuft on their head. No, thank you.
That's like me as a penguin. Like
Yeah.
me waddling around as an emperor penguin.
In like some harem pants. Oh, man.
Emperor penguins freak me out, obviously, because they're really big. But baby penguins are super cute. Would you want to live forever?
No.
Big dogs or small dogs?
I'm a big dog person.
How many hours of sleep do you need?
I'm a good like 8 hour. If I sleep too long, then I get super tired. If I don't sleep enough, I get super cranky. So solid 8 hours.
What's your favorite carb? Bread, pasta, rice, or potatoes?
It's bread for sure. I love
Stale
bread.
Sour Patch Kids or fresh circus peanuts?
What was the first one?
Stale Sour Patch Kids?
No, the fresh circus peanuts then.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I don't like sour. So Sour Patch Kids are not my favorite.
Okay. Okay.
I just ruined it.
It's great. My dad loves circus peanuts, and I'm like, those are so weird. They're such a weird candy. What are they?
I love marshmallows though. Like I love Peeps, and I think a lot of people hate Peeps, and I love candy corn, and a lot of people hate candy corn. So I'm the unlovable candy lover.
You're edgy. What's your favorite car?
I guess I don't really have a favorite car. It's never something that's like been a huge interest to me, but I definitely like the Toyota Highlanders because I'm more of an SUV person. I like to be sitting up a little bit. I like to have a little bit of room. So I think a Highlander, like a white Highlander with like black rims, looking like a cop car driving up on you, like that. Yeah. Make everyone move out of my way.
Scale of 1 to 10. How good are you at wiffle ball?
I am not very athletic, so I'm going to give myself a solid 2.
How many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
I, believe it or not, do not like coffee.
Okay. Ideal outside temperature?
Between 50 and 60 degrees.
I'm a solid 77 for sure.
Fall is my favorite. I want to give me like my yoga pants and like a sweatshirt or a sweater, and I am in heaven.
Favorite type of muffin?
Definitely double chocolate chip.
From 1 to 10, how hot do you like your shower water?
An 8.
If you were given an all expense paid trip to Cleveland, would you take it?
Yeah. Who wouldn't? It's all expenses paid.
Tapas or pasta?
Pasta.
When people stand up for a standing ovation, are you usually one of the earlier people stand up or later people?
Early.
If there's a spider in your house, do you kill it or set your house on fire?
I will take it outside.
The original version of that question was, if there's a spider in your house, you kill it or like set it free. And I just felt it was more appropriate. Polka dots or stripes?
Stripes.
Would you go to a movie alone?
I have, yes. And I would, again.
If you were given the opportunity to fly into space today, given today's technology, would you take it?
1,000%.
Would you, okay, this one is great. Would you rather come face to face with a miniature hippopotamus or a giant cockroach? Both are in a bad mood. The assumption is they are the exact same size.
Oh, hippopotamus. I don't do cockroaches. Ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't care if the hippo is in a bad mood. I don't want to do a bug.
Who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
I mean, obviously Harry Potter himself, but after that, Hermione.
What's the sound you would make if you were freezing cold?
If I was freezing cold, I'd probably be like, you said sound, right? I'd be like, I make it. I'm not shy about making sounds.
Oh, that's a good sound. Mine is like, because I'm mad because I'm cold. Sorry, neighbors who are like, what is wrong with that woman? When eating a formal meal with multiple forks, do you start from the outside or inside?
Oh, shoot. I can't remember what the rule is. I think it's like, start at the inside and work your way out. Isn't that what they said on Titanic?
It's opposite. The salad fork's on the outside.
Whoops. As you can tell, I eat my dinner with one fork.
When you eat your dinner, you pick up a fork and you put it in the food and you put your food in your mouth.
Exactly. It does the same job, no matter how big or small the fork is.
I'm going to skip that one because it's about sour candy. I know the answer. Scale from 1 to 10, how good are you at trivia?
Oh, probably like an 8 or a 9. I watch Jeopardy very frequently.
Solid. Super Mario Brothers or Zelda?
Super Mario Brothers, because I've never played Zelda.
What temperature do you like your...
Hold on, wait, it cut out. What temperature do I like my what?
Your thermostat, not your thermometer.
69, 68, 69.
Mine's at like 77 right now. Because I just
no. I would be sweltering. No, thank you.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Which animal adds more joy to the world? Squirrels or
squirrels or what?
llamas.
Llamas. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with squirrels. I'm not like a big llama lover, and they spit.
I was thinking, I was like, squirrels, because squirrels just steal stuff. Llamas will spit in your face. They're rude.
Squirrels literally have contributed to so many to so much new tree growth because they plant their nuts and they forget where they planted them, and then they sprout trees. So thank you, squirrels.
Ever was. How do you feel about cranberries?
I'm very neutral on them.
I figured you wouldn't like them because they're kind of sour.
Yeah, I mean, I like using them, like, if it's like in a mixed drink or something, or like a mixing of a Sprite or whatever, that's okay. But I'm not one to just like pop a cranberry in my mouth.
I've never done that. I'm not gonna. Actually, I don't want to try it because they're not very like. This is so good. I want to just keep popping in my mouth. But I love cranberry relish. Mm-hmm. I like homemade cranberry sauce, but I also like canned cranberry sauce. And I like cranberries apparently, but I would not eat one.
I guess I just like cranberry juice because I don't like the sauce, canned or homemade.
Well, that's all like the rapid fire questions I have. That was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, it was fun.
Too. And I hope that those of us who watched learned, that's my foot in the frame, learned a little bit about PAs and what PAs do. And I would obviously wish you the best. Side note, pretend there's another person here. Kayla is like the most encouraging person ever. Like, there will be days that I'm just like, I'm feeling like crap and nothing is going well and I just want to curl up in a ball and like cry. And Kayla will like pop in and be like, hey, Carmen, it's okay. Like, you're inspiring, you're great, you're wonderful. Nice things about me, which I mean, sometimes we just need a little bit of encouragement, because Kayla is like all of the things that she encourages me to remember about myself. Like, she's smart, she's wonderful, she's a great friend. So that's like something I think is really awesome about her. And that's obviously why I wish her all the best in everything that she's doing. But I also encourage everyone to like reach out to people that you don't get to see all the time right now. It's a really great time to like hop in and just say hey, because I think all of us really want, well, not everyone, but I know I really want hugs from like everyone that I know. Even if I haven't seen you in a long time, I just want to hold you in my arms and squeeze you and tell you how much you have impacted me, just like Kayla said earlier in her answer about who is inspiring to her. That everybody, like so many people inspire her that come into her life and encourage her to be a better person. Because we all have people that come and go and stay sometimes and leave, but then they always leave something that you want to take with you. So that's all I've got for snacks, a stationary snack. But yes, my show is inspired when I realized in my Instagram post that I did, it sounds like I say immovable, but I just blur my words together a lot. It's inspired by a movable feast by Ernest Hemingway, about him and a fictional story about this man and his friends in Paris. It's not a fictional story. It is about him and Fitzgerald and their wives at the time and some other friends just running amok in Paris. But I also think it's really interesting that out of that chaos of their lives came such great art. And I feel like we're kind of in a parallel, like there's a lot, everything is really chaotic, but I think we're creating a lot of new, really interesting and creative art, even in having a conversation in our own spaces on a social media platform that is open to everybody. So enjoy your evening, enjoy your popcorn. I'm gonna eat the rest of these. This one is really good. It's like confetti cake.
Ooh.
So highly recommend birthday tea cakes from Fresh Market. They're really good.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it. I try to, like I said earlier, I try to do to my friends as I would have them do unto me. And I do. I try. Well, I don't know if you're into anagrams or not, but I'm a 3-wing 2, so I'm the achiever and the helper. I think two.
Oh, me too. I'm 2. We're like the same person.
So I try to do what I can to encourage others, because I know how good it feels when I get encouragement back. So thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Okay, now let's see if I know how to stop this thing. That is the question.
That's the $1 million question.
That's going to be the hard part, because I don't know where it is. Where is it? Where is it?
I feel like this is the end part of like the credits where it's like the bloopers rolling.
This is the blooper reel. I don't know what I'm doing. Because there's like 4 Facebooks open on here. We could sing a song.
I have the Parks and Rec like theme song stuck in my head right now, because I was watching the special before talking to you.
Oh, I want to watch that so bad. I need to figure out how to watch that.
Yeah. I'm sure you can probably stream it. Oh, first off, let's just talk about how apparently NBC has they're going to start a new streaming app called Peacock. And I'm like, great. Something else that I'm going to have to pay for, because I already do the Disney Plus. And, who is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh, my favorite Disney princess is probably Tiana, because I like relate to her 100%.
My favorite will always be Ariel, because I would love to be a mermaid I love the ocean. I want to talk to Flounder. I want to talk to Sebastian. But
you're taking those animals over the people languages.
100%. But like ever since Moana came out, I don't know if you've seen Moana or not.
Oh yeah, I've seen them all.
Oh, me too. Oh, I've seen them all.
10-year-old child.
I've seen Frozen 2. I've seen Onward. It just came out. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be watching the Rise of Skywalker when it comes out on Disney Plus. But Moana is who I relate to the most. I love her. I love her fierceness. I love her bravery. Even when she's scared, she still knows she has to be brave to do the right thing. So I love Moana.
She's awesome. I actually really like Anna too.
I do like Anna.
But I really like Anna in like Frozen 2 Anna. She's like, okay, yes. I gotta do this. And
100%.
Hard, and I gotta do it. And because I always tell my students, we can do hard things. And I'm like, thank you, Anna, because now they will try the hard things because she did hard things too.
Yes.
And they will do anything a Disney princess will do.
Exactly.
I still don't know how to stop this. So I'm going to just end the Zoom meeting.
Okay. Okay. All right. Bye. It was good talking to you.